Okay, so now we have used the square to mark on the end waist and both ends of this piece. If this was a leg of a table or whatever, or chair, we'd probably want a few pieces the same length, and we would have to know what the distance is between the two of these. So generally speaking, you would be measuring before you mark on the, we started with the right hand side. Before marking this other line on, we'd have to measure along the wood. And when you're normally measuring along the wood, what you're trying to do is you're trying to use a ruler along its edge. So you'd be measuring along its edge for whatever length it's supposed to be. But in this case, we've actually got two pieces, and the two pieces that will be marked out of this here piece. In the drawing, it shows the pieces to be 132 millimeters long, both pieces. So what I need to do is I need to mark on the overall lengths in both of these pieces. So I'm going to do that right now, and hopefully it'll be clear enough to see this. You need to line yourself up well with the ruler, and I'm putting it to the 0 mark here. So it's up onto the line. So it's right at the edge of the line. So the ruler is actually sitting at the edge of the line. And I want to mark this 132 millimeters. So looking directly at that, I come to the 130, and then I have two graduations past that there. And I'm going to come and mark on my length here. It's only a small pencil mark that I have there, but I know now that when I draw that pencil line, from here to here is 132. And again, make sure that this is tight to a face side or a face edge. In this case, it's a face edge. If I turn it up here onto the edge and I want to mark that down, I must make sure my thumb is clamping that there with the other fingers on the other side of it, and the 4 fingers keeping that down, and I mark my line square. You can see it's cutting across my face edge of it, but I'm not too worried. I take it up onto this side, brass strip tight to the edge again, move it out to the line, clamping with the fingers either side, square the line on, and then for the last side, I turned it over to this side because remember the brass strip has to touch the face side or face edge, and that's the face edge. Slide the piece and line it up, and I've got my line now running perfectly around the piece, squared right around the piece. Now that piece is going to be piece A, so I'm just going to mark the letter A over on this side here. Then on the other side, I'm going to measure. I'll do this slightly differently. I'll hold the ruler to where I see the 132 mark along here, along the edge, and then just where the 0 would be, I'm just going to put a pencil line there. So from here now to there is 132. And I'm going to, again, mark from a face edge to the pencil mark and square that line across. Making sure I'm clamping on it, making sure there's no gap between the brass strip, has to be dead tight to either face side or face edge. And I can progress that right around the piece. So now I have that done pretty quick. Again, the rules are real simple. The brass strip must be tight to the face side or face edge, clamping it tight, pencil line, and once I've done that there, I can move right around the piece. Now, we had a little bit of an issue here. So I've marked piece A and I've marked piece B there, so I'm keeping to the left hand side each time. I'm going to put in the X's here. You can see that's going to be obscured now with our X's in the middle. We'll still be able to see it, but just to keep things right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark on my face side and face edge again because I'm after losing it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the right hand side of piece A, put on the face edge, put on the loop, and do the same thing over on the other side, face edge, keeping to the right hand side of it, and put on my loop. So I have two face sides because I have two pieces, and two face edges as well too. So that's the overall length and my face side, face edge. I should have probably put my name in here as well too at an earlier stage. It doesn't have to be huge, just so long as I'm able to read it for just in the class. Overall length 132 and 132. In the next video we want to put in where the trench is going to be, so where one goes over the other.